Hello everyone, hope you are having an absolutely amazing day. Today I will be talking about a car with such a cool backstory and performance that an original will go for millions of dollars at auctions. It also happens to be one of my favorite race cars of all time. I'm talking about the Ford GT40. Without further ado, let's dive on in. From 1960 to 1965, Ferrari had won one of the biggest races in the world, the 24 Hours of Le Mans. As the name suggests, it is a brutal race that lasts an entire day and has a circuit of around 8.5 miles long. It has lots of twists and turns, but also an enormous straight that drivers can open up their cars on. The race was created in 1923 and has been going on ever since. There are many different classes that the cars fit into. Some of these include the GT class and the hypercar class. Anyway, enough with the track. Let's talk about the history of this car. Enzo Ferrari had built all of his cars in the past the most complicated way possible, even though they did not have to be. They could have been saving money if they had made their cars more simple. Because of the overcomplications, Ferrari had gone bankrupt. Because of the win streak that they had held at Le Mans for the past few years, Ford took the opportunity to attempt to strike up a deal with Enzo about purchasing the company. It was all going smoothly until Enzo Ferrari backed out of the deal at the last minute. Furious, Henry Ford II ordered his team to build a race car that could beat Ferrari at their own game. The project was started under the management of John Wyer, former Aston Martin team boss. John Loon was put in charge of the design team. The first cars were not Ford engineered, but were chassis from the company Lola. The team raced the cars at tracks such as Monza and other tracks in Europe. The first official Ford GT40s were created in 1964. The 24 Hours of Le Mans was only a few weeks away, and the team scrambled to put the car through wind tunnel and track tests. While this was happening, more of the GTs were being produced back in England. The prototypes were equipped with a 4.2-liter Ford engine that produced about 350 horsepower. Unfortunately, there was not enough downforce in the tails of the cars, making it hard to control faster than around 150 miles an hour. Soon, the two prototypes crashed, and there was a major setback for the program just a few weeks before the big race. One of the prototypes, named GT102, was repaired, while another prototype, GT104, was created very late and only had 50 miles of testing before the 24 hours. During the race, GT104 was driven by Schessler and Richard Atwood. It was doing good until the fourth lap of the race, where there was a fire in the engine bay, forcing the car to retire. After the sad 1964 season, Henry Ford II hired Carroll Shelby to take over the project. Soon the cars arrived in Long Beach, California to the Shelby factory. Test-driven by Ken Miles, Carroll made many changes to the car, including the rear suspension, a lot of weight reduction, and also improvements on the aerodynamic side of things. They also put a 289 engine under the hood of the beast. The new Ford GT had proven itself early on in the season, achieving first and third place at the Daytona Continental. However, there were more problems with the car later on in the season at places such as Monza and Sebring. It did not return to Le Mans that year. Next up was the Mark II GT40. It was also worked on by Shelby American and had a 427 engine inside of it. Because of all the experience of the last couple of cars, the new and improved GT was raced at the Daytona Continental, where Ken Miles drove the Ford to victory. The GT40 Mark II also put up a fight for Ferrari at Le Mans that year. On June 19, 1966, Ford had done it. They had won the game. All three Fords crossed the line at the same time to cause what would be the greatest photo finish in all of motorsport. However, driver Ken Miles, who slowed down for the finish, was cheated out of the victory. At Le Mans, it does not matter about who finishes first, it's about who travels the farthest. So even though Ken Miles should have won, Bruce McLaren took the victory because he started a little farther back than Ken. Ford would continue to win at Le Mans for the next few years with the GT40s. Like the Shelby Cobra, the GT40 replicas were made by the company Superformance. Today, successors to the GT40 are being built. These include the 2005 Ford GT and the 2017 Ford GT. This is one of the most amazing American racing stories of all time, and it has been put into a movie form. Ford vs. Ferrari, starring Matt Damon and Christian Bale, is the 2019 take on the story. While not all of the movie is factually true, it gives you the gist of what actually happened. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and while you're at it, hit the bell to be notified whenever I upload. Again, thank you all so much, and I will see you all later.